Good morning, everybody. Maybe afternoon where you're at by now. May 2nd, 2018. And I'm going to begin getting back into the swing of things by going over Q's posts for the last few days. And I'm sure some of you have seen them by now, but I'm just going to offer my 2 cents for what it's worth. And we're going to start with April 29th. And this post here caused a little bit of a stir. I'll read it. It says, "Be careful who you are following. Some are profiting off of this movement. Some are building a big following off this movement, only then to retreat and go mainstream. Patriots make sacrifices, some the ultimate sacrifice. Patriots are selfless. Do they ask for monthly payments to remain patriots? Think logically. To some, it's only about money. They have an agenda. It's not a game. You decide." So this needing to be said, Q basically bitch slapping all of the selfish people out there that are really just in it for the money, like it always seems to be. I mean, any industry, people are just, they're in it for the greed and the money, the dollar bills, and especially with the Q topic being such a hot topic, people are using that to capitalize for themselves. And this is really, I mean, so much could be said about this, and there's a lot I want to say in future videos, but right here, I'll just give you a couple particular philosophies of mine about how I see the work that I am doing. And I mean, really, at the core of it, I'm doing this work and helping people try to increase their consciousness so we can make it to a world where we don't even need money. Right? I don't see any money in the work I'm doing. I'm seeing a world without money, and I'm visualizing that because it's absolutely possible and it's coming. And that world is one where we have all kinds of technologies disclosed to the public and not suppressed anymore, and people's consciousness and awareness high enough where they're, we're able to evolve as a society and we can leave the bullshit paper fiat currency behind. That's what we should all be striving for. But until we get there, of course, we're still dealing with this bullshit paper fiat currency system, right? So, of course, there's a lot of time and effort and energy that goes into this great work to doing the research, compiling it, and putting it into a usable format for people to consume. So, of course, it's a fine line. It's a balancing act between doing the work and trying to support yourself while doing it. And the more honor you have in that work that you do, you will be supported by the universe in some way, shape, or form. And by that, I mean, until we get to that society that doesn't need money anymore, don't focus on the money. Focus on getting empowering, helpful information out there, just helping people, following your own passions, your own bliss of the information that you want to get into and give to people and how you want to help them. But if you stay honorable, if you stay as pure as possible, you're going to be supported in some way, shape, or form by the universe or the cosmos or God, whether it's financial support flowing into your life, manifesting into your life, or support from people, maybe not of a monetary form, but in other ways. Don't focus on the money. It will come if you do good work, if you stay pure intentioned while you do that work, and if you just follow your bliss, as Joseph Campbell would always say. So that's really all I have to say about that for now. Let's go into the next couple posts that very much have to do with this first one. This second one just saying, "Personal thank you to the BO, bakers, autists, and anons who continually dedicate their time and energy to the Great Awakening. You are all patriots." Everybody doing this work, no matter what level they are, whether they're the anonymous person just doing the digging, connecting the dots on the internet, to people tracking various data sets, whether it's plane locations or various Sky Kings messages or things like that, or it's people like myself and others who are trying to compile this data and put it into written and video format for the masses to consume. Each piece is pivotal. And I love this part right here. It says, "The hard part is coming to an end. The next phase will bring justice." That's fantastic to see. And quickly to go over these particular terms, I've had some questions on these, so just to clarify, the BO means board owner. So the board owner is the person who basically keeps 8chan running where everybody goes to do the researchings and whatnot. The bakers are the people who keep the threads going. So those are just some colloquial terms. And the last one here is two. It says autists and anons. Had a few questions on autists. And an autist is basically a 8chan slang denoting somebody who thinks differently, thinks outside the box, who can make different connections and isn't stuck in the establishment way of thinking. Me personally, I don't particularly like that term because it's glorifying autism in a certain way. And there's a crucial difference between a different or higher level thought process, higher level brain function, and actual neurodevelopmental dysfunction where someone is made autistic by vaccines or, the toxic soup that is food and pharmaceuticals and chemtrails and whatnot. So me, myself, I don't like it. Bad glorification. But hey, there are surely many high level functioning, very open-minded, and fantastic thinkers on these boards. Some of the stuff they come up with is just amazing. And thank you goes out to all of them. And then this post is signed off with a Q+. And it's interesting because we get actually two posts here signed off with a Q+. This one and the next one. And this isn't the first time a Q+ has been signed. It's been dropped a handful of times throughout the months since the Q group began posting. But it's interesting. Q+ saying thank you. And this next post saying statements today needed to be made. Absolutely. Operators have died. They approach the field of battle without fear. They lay down their lives for us. They're selfless. They're fighting for our freedom. We must honor them. Where we go one, we go all. Q+. So in regards to the Q+, speculating here, I wonder if it's like a particular person, maybe the leader or something like that of the Q group. So we have all the people associated with Q, all the Alliance or White Hat members who were laying their lives on the line behind the scenes for us. Maybe the Q+ is like the head, or I'm not exactly sure, but interesting to note the Q+. And also goes to note, statements today did definitely needed to be made. And we really have a choice right now individually and collectively, not only with the work we do, but how we go about doing that work is, are we really going to be service to self or service to others? That's it. Like, we're evolving spiritually, and that's the simple choice. Are you going to serve others with the work you do and just put it out there? Or are you just going to try to make money and sell books and sell shit and make pointless, useless, inefficient work where all you do is get stuck with drama and negativity and, it's just not helpful? Really, if you're going to do this work, you've got to, making money and trying to support yourself isn't bad. But like I was saying a few minutes ago, you have to be honorable. And, at least how I do it, I try to put as much stuff that's free out there as I can. That's the most important information I feel that's going to help people. So the current event stuff, health information, different things in regard to what's real with science, what's possible, what's really out there. So all of this information, the most pertinent stuff, I put out there for free, and I'm just, boom. I hope to help people the best I can. And now getting into another topic on these Q posts in regards to what's going on overseas right now, especially with Iran. So this one, Q says, do you believe in coincidences and autists on fire, linking a couple posts that people made on the board? So let's go into them. And this one right here says, eager iron to iron eagle. So somebody actually noticed that Q, about a week ago, posted this, said iron eagle. So people were kind of wondering, what's that mean? It was a movie. It was like a spy thriller one time. Does that have any connection? Well, we get more clarity with that connection here. So Q then posts Twitter feeds. One, the first one being, oh, look, Mike Pompeo is stopping over in the country of Jordan right now. Mike Pompeo, or was, don't know if he's still there, it was a couple days ago, but he went to Jordan. And Q then posts some Twitter pictures, some anonymous people posted some Twitter pictures on 8chan. Q just reposts them to confirm them. One tweet was right here from the U.S. Central Command. Look, so there's actually an exercise over in the country of Jordan right now with Jordanian Marines, U.S. Marines. It was called Exercise Eager Lion. Q actually posts the Twitter handle of this Department of Defense post, and it was right here. Here comes the boom. Boom. Obvious confirmation. Marines brace while an entrance is breached during exercise Eager Lion. Eager Lion is an anagram for Iron Eagle. It's a ridiculously cheeky code language there. Q basically telling us, giving us pre-confirmation of Operation Eager Lion. And it looks like there were some public training exercises in the Middle East with, Marines and military forces. And at the same time, we got events in Iran. So in Iran, of course, there was some attacks. Excuse me, not in Iran. They were in Syria on Iranian-backed forces. So there were attacks in Syria on them. And then Q clarifies that a little more so right here. Define the terms of the Iran nuclear deal. Does the agreement define and confine cease and desist pro to the Republic of Iran? What if, great question here, Iran created a classified satellite nuclear facility in northern Syria? What if the program never ceased? What if bad actors were possibly involved? Did the U.S. know? Crazy, saying the sum of all fears there. Interesting note of the movie of the same name, right? So what it looks like is that the bad actors, the deep state, they were going to frame a nuclear attack on Russia or on somebody with secret nuclear material, nuclear weapons created from Iran. Amazing revelations we're having go on here in this. And then right here, Q asks, why did we strike Syria? Why did we really strike Syria? Define cover. Patriots in control. Define cover. So this whole Iran nuclear deal was cover. Iran saying, no, we won't have anything outside the books, right? But of course they will. That was just cover. And why did we strike Syria? To take that out. What was the cover for striking Syria? I said this pretty soon after the Syria attacks occurred a few weeks ago. I was like, the cover is the claimed false flag. There was no false flag. That was the cover to send forces in, send weapons in, and take out deep state targets. It's kind of it's the info war going on. There's the psychology of the populace you have to take into the picture when trying to work through all this. And then Q referencing, knowing what you know now regarding the Israel disclosure moments ago. So the Israel disclosure is right here. Netanyahu saying, Iran lied. European leaders say that's exactly why the nuclear deal matters. So Netanyahu admitting on the world stage that Iran lied, and they're basically building secret nuclear weaponry. And, when it comes to Israel and Netanyahu, I'm very wary. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of bad actors in Israeli intelligence, in the Mossad. But at the same time, could Netanyahu, I don't know with this, could he be playing into some positive agenda per se? Who knows with this? But Israel saying Iran lied, and then Iran saying, no, Israel's Netanyahu lied. So looks like regardless, the heat is getting put on Israel, and their blackmail nuclear programs are ceasing. Thank you, Q. Absolutely. And then nice little post over here. No name out now. So John McCain, it's kind of on another topic, but John McCain bowing out, likely going to claim brain cancer. And Lindsey Graham saying, James Comey, I don't trust him. I think he was a part of an effort at the FBI to give Clinton a pass. So Q saying, we love good singers. Lindsey Graham, he's singing. Whether he, turned for good or they cut his strings or he sees the writing on the wall. I'm sure a lot of these bad actors see the writing on the wall. So they're singing. They're turning against their what used to be friends and throwing them under the bus. But anyway, that's pretty much it in regards to Q posts. Very important concepts talked about down here. And then what looked like to be public training exercises in the Middle East, while at the very same time we have a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, assets in place. That's amazing to see right there. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be back very soon with more videos and more good stuff. Take care.